Right folks, how's it going? Another race, another vlog. Thanks to anyone who commented on our previous vlog. Really good, really great to have some sort of criticisms and comments on what you like and what you want to see. And we will hopefully do something with that. So we've got this race coming up and it's at Eastridge, which is about 7 miles from here. My sort of stomping ground, local track, love it when it's dry. But what's happened? It's rained and it's wet. So, secret arsenal, I got this. For those of you who don't know, we use Vittoria tyres now. Loving these tyres, got absolutely no complaints with them. For this race, I've got the motor on the front and I've got the Martello on the back. The motor's the more aggressive, and I've been running one of these airliners in the back for ages, but I haven't got one in the front. Eastridge is all about tyre choice. It's so important there. You've got to have a thick tyre, but when it's wet you don't want much pressure. With these you can run super low pressures, and that's my sort of hidden weapon for the race tomorrow. So I'm going to get these fitted, or this one fitted, whilst I talk to you about a few bits and pieces. Right, first job wheel off. I think I might have done the axle up a bit too tight, as you do. So at this race there's a few things that's pretty cool. We have coming back on the scene two mates. Firstly we got Billy, who you've seen I've done some vlogs with, or as he's known, Ben Llewellyn. He's the guy who broke his back like savagely quite recently. Good mate of mine. Obviously he mullered his back a couple of years ago. Lots of breaks. Did his lungs and did God knows what, his sternum or something. And he is back and he's riding, and this is his first race back, so that's exciting. Already he's on this. He's on like a WhatsApp group of ours, and already he is stressing like mad about it because he far thinks things too much. He overstresses about races, which we all find hilarious. So he's been up there and he's been helping Charlie do the line, putting the track out, blah blah blah, and messaging us about all the new corners and about how we've got to walk it, we've got to look at it. I was going to walk it today, but I changed my mind, I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, unfortunately, no track walk, which I was going to do today. I've got back a bit late. So yeah, it'll be Billy tomorrow as well, and then we also have Coop. That's my other mate who used to be on the vlogs with me, Andrew Cooper. He is the owner of Unite Components, as some of you may know, and he's going to be back on the scene. He's excited to start racing again, but let's just say he's got a few pounds to shed, so that could be an interesting day. Billy, who has got the most amount of runs in, he won some prize at one of these mashups for getting the most amount of runs in the day. He's on about God knows how many runs he'll do to try and get it right, whereas Coop's worried whether he'll have one run of each in him, so that could be fun. Right, okay, we need to cut that there, as you can see. Never tried this, doing this and talking about something else. It's quite difficult. See if we can do it. So like I said, it's a mashup, and the mashup means you've got 3 tracks unless you're on an e-bike, and then you've got 4 because they've got an uphill one, and you have a go. I think 10:30 it opens, like you'll have seen in my track preview if you watch that, and it's on for 5 hours till 3:30, and you can do as many runs as you want of all 3. This is a blunt razor. And once you've done that could have been a finger loss. Your best time is the one to count. Basically, so they put the 3 together, 3 best times, and that is your time basically. Do you want to say basically a bit more? So this is the airliner, dead simple. Cut it to size so that it fits your rim nice and tight. It doesn't move, unlike the last one I fitted, which I fitted so it fitted the tyre tight and it was rattling around in there. So I learnt my lesson there. We're in. Do you reckon in? So yeah, you've got all day for these 3 stages, but the thing you've got to think of is it's been wet and the tracks are now shitty. So it's meant to be dry tomorrow, and Easterage does take a while to dry. So tactics are, I'll get there in the morning. It's whether I'll even do a run. I probably will do a run of each in the morning, and then maybe leave it to dry out. And then do possibly 3 more runs much later on, and just hope that the weather is right and that it ain't going to rain. So that's the tactics. As you can see, you get this into the tyre. It's really hard to do this and talk at the same time. Okay. Then find the direction, which on every single tyre, there it is. Every make of tyre, it always annoys me. Why don't they have the direction coloured or massive? Just so you're not faffing about for ages looking for it. I found it now. Right, okay. Here we go. I really shouldn't do this with my good clothes on either. These out. I'll show you these actually. These have been sent to me by Fibrax. These are their latest tyre levers, made in the UK, I'm guessing. But they're like a hard plastic, and they're not sort of, with these carbon rims, they're not grippy, so you can kind of put them on. Lever, then slide along. Which is actually pretty handy. Right, that's one side on. A lot of people said, oh, it's really hard fitting these airliners or similar things. You know, you can get a few different makes of these types of things. Well, hopefully, I'm about to show you that that's not true. All about getting the bead into the middle, not on the edge, like so, and then it'd be pretty embarrassing if I get a puncture this weekend now, wouldn't it? As you can see also with these 6-element wheels, I can push it in like that, and because it's not a sticker, it doesn't knacker it like some wheels. Right then, find a bit of air in her. So this weekend I'm going to experiment. I usually run 25 rear, 20 front, unless it's really fast and grippy and some sort of grassy turns, and I'll put maybe 2 or 3 psi more in, stop any tyre roll. But because it's going to be wet and slick and you've got a lot of slippy roots and rocks, I'm going to go mega low. I'm probably going to try 15 front, 20 rear. See what I can get away with, really. So I don't even bother looking at the tyre pressures until I get to the race in the morning, and then I'll set them just before I ride, because they'll always change a little bit overnight when you just change the tyre. Any other things to mention on the bike for Eastridge? High speed compression, low speed compression is virtually turned off, because it's all just fast stutter bumps. There's no like big jumps, there's no real big compressions. You just want it to be gripping the nasty terrain really. Mudguard on the front, the RRP, mudguard on the back. The bike, I've got it's like the protection spray from Fenwick's, one of our channel sponsors, on there as well. So she's ready. I'll just get all my kit ready and then go to the race. So hopefully you found this vlog pretty interesting. I'm really interested to know what you think about this. Have you ever used any of these tyre inserts? Have you ever used any of the other types? Have you ever used any of the homemade jobs? Put it in the comments, really interested to know. What about the mudguards? Have you used any of these big mudguards? I find them amazing. Be interested to know what you think about that, and anything else to chat about on these vlogs. Really want your comments. I want to interact and I want to chat to you about it. So if you want to see any other vlogs like this, click here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you, you should have done. Click here, keep it pinned.